Today we're just talking about the Crew BMX bike, Crew Bike Company, 29-inch BMX bike. In the last video I realized that we didn't really do any close-ups of the bike completed, so what I wanted to do was just give you a closer look at some of the components that come on the Crew Bike 29. You know, the usual suspects, like what you could expect if you're thinking about buying this bike. So where do we start? This is a 29-inch BMX bike from Crew Bike Company. I think their background's traditionally with fixie road bikes. This is, as far as I understand, their first BMX bike, and again, it's a 29-inch. I have this is my first 29-inch bike, so I have no familiarity with riding this big of a bike. And the last time I was on my 20-inch Haro was something like 15 years ago. So just getting back into BMX, and I figured, what the hell, why not to go big? So it comes with pegs. These are kind of just standard screw-on pegs. Originally I thought there was you were gonna need an extension for a wrench and tighten them that way, but they actually just screw on. There's holes in the peg for like a screwdriver, so you can just crank them on and off. Originally I had bolted them straight to the frame, thinking that I was gonna screw them on with a lug here, and then end up marking up the frame. But this is, like I said, just a starter bike for me. Ultimately, I do plan on upgrading this. I'm not sure what's going to be the first upgrade. Maybe you guys can let me know what you think needs to be upgraded first based on what you see here. So pegs, these are 29-inch blacked out rims, so black spokes, black hub. Generic, as far as I could tell, comes with these cool little bullet style blacked out, sort of almost black anodized. It's got a little bit of sheen to it. The branding on the tires I could deal without. Crew Bike Company, but you know, they got to get it in somewhere. These are 29 by 2.35, so they're a little wider than most, not the widest, but fairly wide. Back brakes it only comes with one rear brake setup. It's got a quick release, so you can get the tire on, but I'm not even sure what you call this. It's just a traditional, like, what do you call these brakes? U brakes. I know it's like U brakes and V brakes, but this is clearly top mounted, so it's not underneath. It's on top of the frame, and yeah, they work well enough. I'm sure hydraulic brakes maybe would be a better in terms of performance. But you can already see, like, with some of the build stuff, like this is already scratching up the frame, just the way this little metal thing sort of rubs against the frame. But little things, you know. And then, so it's wired. It's got little holders here. The wire runs underneath the pad, and then up to, yeah, it says Jaguar CEX. Never even heard of that. And then these are the actual lever. So this is kind of how I have it in terms of the way it's set up. Again, all generic as far as I can tell. There's no name brand on it. The grips are generic as well. They're like a rib style, little mushroom style grip with end caps. The handlebar is, from what I understand, a four piece. It's got the bar across the top, bottom here, 2, 3, 4. So more traditional BMX style, as opposed to some of the more swoopy low profile bars. This is kind of a high bar setup. This is the pad 29 there. So this is some of the branding components, CB29, that you'll see on the bike. Other branding components are here on the top pad. You've got here as well, CB29. This is an aluminum frame, so it's 6061, which is the marking there. And then you've got Crew branded here, and then you've got Crew CB29 right here. In terms of branding elements on the frame, I went on the fork. These are chromoly fork, so it's a steel fork and steel handlebars. So same material, same finish. It's like chrome, I think. I mean, it's stainless. And then here, these are not stickers. All of these stickers that I could take off, I did, including the helmet warning and of course the made in China assembly. But otherwise, I stripped the reflectors. Plan on putting, you know, some lights on it, especially if I ride at night, but I'm not doing a lot of bike riding at night these days. But when I do, I'll definitely put some lights on here. What else do we have to talk about? So we talked about the fork, steel fork, handlebars, grips. Oh, the stem. The stem is, again, No name. I'm guessing it's just a generic stem. Kind of resembles a lot of other stems. It's nothing special. There's the neck in terms of spacer on the head. Here's some of the welds in terms of if you're looking at some of the way this bike is welded together. Seat bike post. Bike seat itself. It's got this sort of textured. Not sure what that is. Textured. I mean, it looks visually like a SE bike seat in terms of the lip back here. It's just all blacked out. There's obviously no cool bottle opener there on the back. It's got a matching chrome stainless steel seat post. That's kind of what that looks like. And oh, and then the crank and the pedals. I think that's all we have left. So these are the pedals. This is kind of how they spin. Nico. It says Nico, N-E-C-O. They're pretty cheap. Again, I stripped the reflectors off for the time being. I think ultimately pedals definitely are on my list of easy upgrades. And then this is the crank. This is the bottom bracket. I'm not sure what. Maybe you guys can tell me more about if this is shit or decent. I don't really know. It hasn't really bothered me at all. You know, I bought this bike. I'm just gonna flip it around. Okay. All right. So here's the other side. It's the Nico pedals. The chain sprocket is again silver finish, silver stainless finish. In some of the pictures online, it looks black, but it is in fact not. It is chrome or stainless. And then again, this is the crank, pedals. It's a KMC chain. I can see KMC markings on the chain, so I know that much. And yeah, that's about it. This is the only marking on the crank, STCR 175. I have no idea what that means. Tried looking it up online. No idea. So again, probably just generic. Really, this bike you're paying for, I guess the frame, it's an aluminum frame. And then everything else is just sort of, you know, I guess what you would consider cost effective for a $500-ish 29-inch BMX bike. So again, just wanted to give everyone a little bit closer look at this bike in terms of some of the components, what you're actually getting for 500 bucks. And like I said, maybe you guys can tell me, you know, what you think should go, should stay, what are the best upgrades. Oh, in terms of the gear ratio, just jumping around here a bit, this is a 15 tooth freewheel in the back, 15 tooth freewheel, and a 33 tooth sprocket. So 33 tooth, 15T freewheel in the back. And on that note, this is going to be the end of this close-up and personal look at the Crew CB29 bike. Let me know what you think, if you think it's worth 500 bucks, and what you think I should upgrade first based on what you've seen. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Until the next one, hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about this bike, just let me know. Be more than happy to respond to your comments. Subscribe and stay tuned for more videos in the future. Peace.